Justin Gaethje posted footage of his preparation for his upcoming lightweight title fight against Ilia Topuria at the White House. Fans were surprised because in the footage, Gaethje is working on his offensive wrestling. For those unaware, Gaethje is a decorated Division I wrestler, but rarely uses it in his fights. Now fans are starting to speculate that he may look to mix in wrestling against Topuria.
Like I've said in past camps, Justin doesn't utilize his wrestling in an offensive manner usually, but we want to make sure that it's in his back pocket if he needs it. And I think we saw that in the Paddy fight. You know, he did utilize it in spots, which was good. And that's really the end goal in terms of the technical stuff. And then beyond that, the wrestling conditioning is irreplaceable. And I think that's something that is super, super valuable in his fights, and that's why he's dangerous for 5 rounds. You know, so that's really what we're going to continue to try and do, is just build that wrestling conditioning so that he's got it late in the fight, and then, you know, make sure from a technical standpoint it's just the skills are in his back pocket if he needs them.
Ilia Topuria reacted to that footage in an interview with Brett Okamoto. He was even surprised Gaethje was working on his wrestling. Wrestling. EA Sports did Conor McGregor and Arman Tsarukyan dirty today. They released a trailer of what the gameplay will look like in UFC 6. And right in the beginning, Conor gets knocked out by Max Holloway, and Arman gets knocked out by Ilia Topuria.
Final round, let's go, fight.
Max Holloway gives an update on whether or not he's fighting Conor McGregor next. Right now, it's being reported that the UFC is targeting that matchup for Conor's return.
Will I be seeing you at International Fight Week this year?
Maybe. We see what happens. You know, I'm seeing all the talk that you guys see. You know, I didn't really hear anything yet, but that wouldn't be a bad time. You're only as good as your last fight, they say, and yeah, we got to get everybody forgetting about the last fight as soon as possible.
Cormier said that he talked to you and that you've already started training, hopefully, that we get this Conor McGregor fight across the finish line.
I mean, it sucks, right? Because, you know, it's, of course, you don't have nothing signed or whatever. So training camp, it looks like a regular training camp without a contract. You know, we kind of know where we want to fight, what we want to fight. So, you know, it's just getting in the gym, getting there, getting it done.
Why is Conor McGregor the fight that is most exciting to you right now?
I mean, we have history. We fought a very long time ago. I told you guys, man, if somebody got one over me, I want to get him back. I'd love to get him back. And with him having all this talk of coming back and everybody talking about how serious he actually looks like he's training and taking it and really wanted to come back to fight. It's exciting, you know what I mean? He looks hungrier. He looks super hungry.
The press conference for UFC 328 is set to go down this Thursday. It will only feature the main and co-main event fighters. How do you think this press conference plays out? And what are the chances Sean and Khamzat need to be separated by security? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Rafael Fiziev is set to take on Manuel Torres in the main event of UFC Baku on June 27th. Fiziev is looking to bounce back following a TKO loss to Mauricio Hufi earlier this year. Torres, on the other hand, enters the bout with momentum, riding a 2-fight win streak, most recently earning a first-round TKO victory over Grant Dawson at UFC 323. In the co-main event, Shara Bullet will face Michel Pereira. Shara is coming off a unanimous decision win over Marc-Andre Barriault, while Pereira most recently secured a split decision victory against Zach Reese. Jorge Masvidal says he now has nothing but love and respect for Ben Askren. As most of you remember, these two had real bad blood for years. They fought back in 2019, where Jorge knocked Ben out with a flying knee in just 5 seconds. Even after the fight, Jorge said the issues were still there, and that it could be a problem if they ever ran into each other in public. But things have changed. After Ben underwent a double lung transplant last summer due to a staph infection, Jorge reached out and made amends. He even recently attended Ben's baptism, showing that the beef between them is officially over.
Would you consider Ben a rival?
I consider him a foe, a rival, all that, and now I would consider him somebody I draw inspiration from, I swear. I see this guy doing sprints, 800-yard sprints up a hill. I'm like, what the f*** is my excuse? As soon as I found out the staph was getting bad and was in his lungs, I was like, that's crazy. Because I think we all have our fair shares of not just ourselves, what we've had with staph, but people that we know, they've gone under from staph and never came back. So we know that that's almost, once the staph gets in your blood, it's a pronounced death sentence. So since that moment, I was very in tune with what Ben was going on, praying for him, hoping that everything would work out. And then, you know, to hear that he lost his life 4 times. You know, 4 different times he was pronounced clinically dead. His organs had shut down, everything. And then he comes back, and he was an atheist before, and he comes back, and now he's a God-fearing man. You know, it was like the craziest thing ever, you know. And I get in contact with my manager, and they say something about having me come out, like, to the baptism, but how it's being explained to me, I'm thinking, oh, like via Zoom or something? Yeah, I don't know if they want me there. Yeah, I guess. And they're like, no, they want you to come out live here. And I'm like, wait, you saying Ben's gonna get baptized and they want me there in person? He goes, yeah. I go, for why? He goes, I don't know. You down to do it or what? That right there showed me, like, holy smokes. Again, the power of God. Like, why would he invite me out of all people in the world? And it's just when you know, God touches you, changes you. So me and Ben, I would say we have a different relationship now. I got nothing but love and respect for this guy, man. It's crazy.
Well, if you really want to know, I helped kind of facilitate that. I reached out to your management to get that done. Yeah? Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
I thought they were playing with
Pastor
me.
Dean. Yeah.
I thought they were playing with me. I thought they were like, yeah, they want you to go in person. But the first time they relayed the message, it wasn't like that. Like, I'm not sure if it's on video that they want you to attend or something like that. And I was like, all right, find out, because that's interesting as hell, you know? And then I went there, and as I was pulling up to his driveway, I seen from afar, because he's got a big driveway. He's got all his kids, his wife, his friends, and then I'm about to walk in the door. I legit had like butterflies. I'm like, how about if as I'm walking in, this guy has a change of heart and like, wrong house, bro, you gotta go that way.
Over the weekend, Carlos Prates defeated Jack Della Maddalena via TKO in the 3rd round. Last night, Prates revealed he was manifesting the knockout by writing it on his mirror every day.
Cheguei em casa e, rapaziada, ó, o que aconteceu sábado já estava sendo escrito há muito tempo, ó. E eu vou nocautear o Jack Della Maddalena. E eu vou ganhar do JDM. Eu vou nocautear o JDM. Isso aqui, ó, velho, já tava escrito faz tempo, ó. Ó, eu vou nocautear o JDM. Aqui eu vou ser campeão. Eu vou nocautear o JDM.
Mike Perry is set to face Nate Diaz on the Ronda Rousey vs. Gina Carano card, which will stream on Netflix on May 16th. Perry says he still has his sights set on a future fight with Conor McGregor inside the UFC. The two have gone back and forth multiple times over the years at BKFC press conferences, with Perry serving as one of the promotion's top stars, while McGregor holds an ownership stake in the company. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Perry said, "That f***ing he's always talking shit, while I'm out here fighting and working. And I would love to fight him. One, I already did take the trilogy with Nate from him, and I've got to go out there and perform on May 16th. Then yeah, absolutely. Me and him. UFC, hit me up. We'll make the McGregor fight. We'll fight at 170. I'm going to 170 for this one, and I'm going to shut his mouth." Well, that's the thing, right? I don't think UFC is letting go of those 2 Conor McGregor fights. That's why he hasn't fought in so long. They used those 2 McGregor fights for the Paramount deal. That's what everybody says, right? McGregor definitely makes waves. The Irish fan base, the European fan base, they really show up for McGregor, and I would love for all those people to see me beat him. Arman Tsarukyan got himself a new car today. As of recently, Belal Muhammad has been on fire with his breakdowns and predictions of fights. He pretty much predicted exactly how Carlos Prates would beat Jack Della Maddalena. Belal posted his prediction video for Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland and explains why he thinks Khamzat will dominate.
Key's the victory for Chimaev. You gotta wrestle. You gotta wrestle early, you gotta wrestle fast, you can't wait. Fluffy kind of waited. Strickland get into his rhythm of jabbing, and then adding that cross in, a sneaky little cross. So for Chimaev, I think you shoot in early. We see where he is. We've seen him get taken down by Duplessis, who now we know has terrible wrestling. And we've seen him get taken down by Usman when he was at 170 and dominated on the ground. Your ground game is way better. So when you do take him down and you're looking to break his jaw with the rear naked choke or grab his neck and break his neck, just be careful. Don't let it all out in the first round. Save a little bit in the tank. Just in case he survives the first. Do it for the second, do it for the third, do it for the fourth. We know you can hold them down for 5 rounds, and we know it's gonna be emotional. You're gonna be trying to go for the kill in there. You just don't wanna let all the gas out the tank yet. On the feet, just be smart. I think throwing a lot of kicks, high kicks, body kicks, they're gonna land on him. He keeps that boxing guard, and the kicks are gonna be hurting those. The kick's gonna hurt that guard, hurt his arms. The calf kick is gonna be there as well. The teep to the thigh, the teep to the knee. I think all those things are gonna get him thinking about striking, because you do have clean striking yourself, you do have power yourself. It's not just like you have to wrestle. But if it's on the feet, I think you'll hold your own. My boy B. Allen's training with him. He said he's a beast everywhere. So use it, show all your tools. Just don't let the ego get involved in you wanting to make it just a striking match, or you get him down and you wanna go for the kill and you end up burning your arms out. For Strickland, I don't want to give you keys to victory because I don't like you and I hate you. But I'll throw a couple out there just for people to watch and see if it works. Obviously, the jab, what you do, the teep, what you do. If you do get taken down, you can't give up your back. You got to keep his head in front of you, not get pushed to the fence. He's good at driving you to the fence and taking you down. I hope you let him push you to the fence. I hope you let him take you down. I hope you tap right away. My pick, obviously, I'm going with Chimaev. I think it's going to be a dominant performance. And let's go both. Don't let us down.
Khamzat Chimaev has been training with Brendan Allen as he prepares for his middleweight title defense against Sean Strickland this weekend. Brendan had some words for Sean this week, claiming he witnessed him yelling across the room at his coach Eric Nicksick. According to Brendan, this happened while Khamzat was training at Sean's gym Extreme Couture, where Sean was upset and accused Nicksick of being a bad coach for putting him in there to spar with Khamzat. For context, Brendan and Sean fought back in 2020, and Sean won via second-round TKO. In an interview with Submission Radio, Brendan said he's always talking about dudes getting and stuff. It's weird. Everyone talks about him catching me and TKOing me, what was it, 6 years ago or whatever? Like, I was 24, I'm 30 now. Let's see how it goes now. I think he got lucky that night. I made a stupid error and he got it. It is what it is. It happened, but I still think 9 times out of 10 I beat him there, but that's how the game works. We don't get 9 times. We get one night and he got it. It is what it is. He just sounds retarded. Like, alright bro, y'all are going to fight on Saturday. Let's see if you're talking all that shit then. Because you weren't talking that shit when y'all trained. You were shouting across the room at Eric Nicksick, saying how he's a bad coach for putting you with him. But we don't want to talk about that, do we? We don't want to talk about the guys that watch the sparring and training saying that you got tapped out or made to quit or whatever. Nobody wants to talk about those things. So we just think as a team, his coaches and everyone, let him talk. Islam Makhachev says he's now unsure if his next fight will be against Ian Garry. While it was recently reported that the matchup was being targeted for this summer, Islam revealed he hasn't even spoken with the UFC about it. Instead, Islam appears to be leaning towards a fight with Carlos Prates, following his TKO win over Jack Della Maddalena this past weekend. In an interview with Red Corner MMA, Islam said there's been a lot of rumors about me fighting Ian Garry next, but I haven't talked with the UFC officials about this fight. I can't tell for sure who is the next contender. Kamaru Usman is also up there. Ian Garry, Morales, Prates. I think Prates has got the hype now. He's talked about much more now. So I think a fight with him would be the most interesting. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says it's hard to imagine Topuria at 170 with these hard-hitting big dudes like Carlos and Morales. The second one's from Steven. It's in reference to Alex Bejeda says he's rooting for Sean Strickland to beat Khamzat. It says Strickland and Alex being boys low-key makes me happy. And the final one's from John 030197. It says, let's not sugarcoat it. The welterweight division is fire at the moment. If you want to be featured in our next video, all you have to do is drop a comment down below. Also, be sure to check out our latest video essay on why MMA fans are turning on Dana White. It's on screen right now. And as always, thanks for watching.